Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Hopping on today to do a plan with me. This will be a different type of plan with me though. I actually just thought it would be fun to sit down and lay some stickers down and answer some questions and just kind of, have a little laid back planning sesh here. So I am just going to be laying down a base for an upcoming week. This will be the week of April 26th through May 2nd, which blows my mind. I can't believe we're already thinking about May, like coming up here, like crazy fast. So we're just gonna hop into a base, lay some stickers down. We're going to answer some questions. I thought it would be fun. The kit I'm using for this week, I've just been wanting to use this kit. I've had it in my collection for a little bit. This is from Sticky Essentials. It's called Wild Child. It's a very just kind of muted, very neutral black and white kit. And then there's some pops of like the pink in here. You have a little bit of green just from like the plants, but mostly it's just black and white. I kind of love that though. It's kind of a fun, I don't know. I just love the artwork. I love everything about this kit. And then the next page has some checklists, your weekly ombre, some flags, you have icons, some other like text headers here, weekend banner. Then you have some boxes, little things. You have more boxes that are patterned, patterned washi, some labels, deco, habit trackers, more labels. And then I love this bottom washi. I think that's so fun. I know it's very neutral, but I still enjoy it. I'm going to just use it as is. You get another full box and then some date covers. And I know Sticky Essentials just recently did a change for her kits, like a format change. So the kit obviously probably won't look like this anymore. So there has been an update, but this is an older kit. And then I did add on a label like box sampler to go with it. I just always like to make sure I have enough boxes to use. And then I did add on glitter headers. So that is the kit that we're working with this week. I do have some foiled like silver goodies to pull in this week. Mostly Plannahannah and some Scribble Prints Co. So we have some silver date numbers from Plannahannah that I'm pulling in. I figured it would be fun to use one of these quote overlays from Plannahannah. So we're going to pick one and use it on probably the like main box up here. I don't know which box yet, but we'll pick one. And then I have some SPC stuff. So I have some foiled like header overlays. Some half cut headers. I like to use these on my sidebar, so I have a little bit left on this sheet. I thought that these would be fun to use. They're like paint splatter, like box overlays. I don't know. I got these. I think this was from like her Black Friday sale. I just like pulled in some of these and like ordered them. They were super like affordable, and I thought that they were different. So they're like paint splatter in the silver. And then I thought that these would be fun for underlays from Plannahannah. These are in silver. I mainly picked stars because there's one pattern here. Yeah, this pattern here. It has stars. And I thought that the stars were pretty kind of similar almost. So I thought that the star underlays would be really fun and would match the spread pretty well. So let's just jump right in. And like I said, I will answer some questions while we plan. So let me just pull everything over and take out the pages of the planner. I usually like to take out the pages instead of like leaving them in like the rings while I plan. I just think it's easier for me to do this and take them right out. So we will move my planner out of the way. And I'm sorry if you hear my chair. Of course, I had to pick the most like what's it called? Like rickety chair that likes to make a lot of noise. So sorry about that. So let's just hop into some of the questions and we will start laying some stickers down. So I usually like to start with the headers. So we're just going to go for it. So the first question is, and it's not a planner related question, which all of these are not planner related, which is totally fine. So this one says not planner related, but how did you get into home fragrance and wax and candles? So if you guys are familiar with my channel and even on my Instagram, like my planning Instagram, you will see that I share like wax stuff. I love some like wax melts. I've been loving it recently. I mainly got into home fragrance from my mom, actually. She always took us to like Yankee Candle. I remember going to those stores with her. Like, you don't really see many Yankee Candle stores that much anymore. But I remember just going to those stores with her and smelling all the candles. And like every season she had new candles for, you know, holidays, you know, different seasons, you name it, she had a candle. So we always had candles like burning in our house. Like as I grew up, I just remember that. Like, I will never forget it. And because of her, I am all into candles, and mostly my mom is where I got the candles from. She also worked at Bath and Body Works as well. It was like a second job. Like, my mom worked really hard, and she like loved working at Bath and Body Works because she was obviously getting a discount. She was working with all those products and, you know, with candles and soaps and you name it. So she really enjoyed that stuff, and she would always bring home candles. So because of her, yeah, the candles mainly I got from her. So now I, you know, with my own apartment and stuff, I always am melting candles. I just love it. Or well, I should say I'm always burning candles. So that stuff and like the love of Bath and Body Works I got from her, and the wax melts, that has come from the planner community. I had seen some people like share their wax melts in like haul videos, and I was like kind of interested, you know, and I thought eventually I would try it out, but I never thought it would get to what it is now. Like, I'm literally obsessed with wax melts. Like, I just love them. It also kind of started too because I have cats. So I get a little nervous with them because, you know, cats kind of just jump and they go wherever, basically. So I got a little nervous and was worried about like melting like or burning candles with them. So, you know, because of that, I figured maybe melting wax would be kind of a safer alternative. You know, I could just put it in spots where they, you know, wouldn't normally jump up, and like, you know, it just wouldn't be as, I don't know, I thought it would be like kind of a hazard, you know, them with candles. So I just thought, you know, eventually I would dip my toes into it. And then a friend of mine actually sent me a wax melt, like in some Happy Mail. So as soon as I got the wax melt, I was like, oh my God, like I need to go get a warmer. Obviously I have a wax melt now, so I need to get a warmer so I can use this melt, and I figured we're gonna go for it. So basically from then on, I have been obsessed with wax melts. So it's basically my friend Stephanie who got me into wax melts, and like the planner community itself as well. But she was the one who really gave me like that push, because she gave me that melt and I went to go buy a warmer, and the rest is history. And then of course I got on like into YouTube videos about wax, and now I'm like obsessed. So all of that is, you know, basically the answer to that one. My mom got me into like candles and stuff, and then the wax is mainly the planner community and my friend Stephanie who got me into all of that good stuff. So the next question is favorite movies. And I don't really have a specific, like, few movies that are my favorite. I have one, and it's basically just like a childhood favorite of mine, and that would be The Nightmare Before Christmas. It was just a movie that like my family was into, and like me growing up as a kid, I was obsessed with it. So ever since then, you know, ever since my childhood, I have been obsessed with that movie. I know it's like such a weird movie. A lot of people are like, really? That's a favorite movie of yours? And I'm like, yeah. Like, I know it's hard to believe, but it is a favorite of mine. I can't pick any more, honestly, because I feel like there's so many good ones out there, but I can tell you that one is definitely an all-time favorite, just because it, you know, it's like a childhood thing. Like, I remember it from my childhood. So that one for sure. I can tell you like my favorite genres. I love a good comedy. I love a good drama. I do like some rom-coms. Those are always nice. But I think I'd have to say that movie is my favorite. But I'm sure I could find more. It's just hard to choose because there's so many good movies out there. So the next question is, what is your favorite foil color? And I feel like silver. Silver and hollow are my two, like, all-time favorites, because I feel like silver goes with any spread. So it's kind of just been, like, my go-to, and I feel like it's the one foil that I kind of started off using. And it wasn't, like, anything too crazy. So I would say silver, but I love hollow. Hollow foil is, like, absolutely beautiful. I love, like, the rainbow effect that it gives off. Like, it's absolutely stunning. So I think if I had to choose, I would say silver, but I also love a good hollow. Like, I can't say no to hollow. So those are probably my favorite foil colors for sure. Like, look at how stunning this foil is. I love her underlays. And I should mention too, I do PR for Plannahannah for the shop. So if you guys are interested, I do have a code. My code is Krista15. So if you guys are interested in like her overlays or underlays, these are like my favorite. I love her underlays. She has scripts. She has like the date dots here. She has like some like foiled dividers. She has all sorts of goodies in her shop. So if you guys are interested, I will put my code down below. Like I said, it's Krista15, and that'll save you 15% on your order. And then you will also receive my freebie with your order, which I can probably share my freebie with you guys. I do have one because she was super generous and sent a few of my freebies to me. So let me just lay this down really quick. I have also shared my freebie on my Instagram. All right, so I always put the scene. I don't know why, it's just a habit. Saturday and Sunday, I always put a scene up there. But yeah, so this is my freebie. I have one right next to me. Let me just, okay. So this is my freebie. It has a full box overlay, some icons, and some scripts. So the full box overlay says, seek to be whole, not perfect. And then the icons are a shopping bag. There's a taco, a like movie clapper. I thought that that would be appropriate for like movies plus YouTube, and then game night and Target. So you'll receive my freebie in a random foiled color, and you can get the 15% off with your order. So just wanting to throw that out there, but I will leave everything in the description below. So let me move into the next set of questions here. I have my computer up next to me. So favorite food is the next one. I would have to say like Mexican and like tacos. That is definitely my favorite food. I love Taco Bell. I don't even know where like the love of Taco Bell came from. I think it's just because like growing up, like in high school and stuff, I remember like me and my friends would always go to Taco Bell. Probably because it's like, you know, it's relatively affordable. You can get kind of a lot for, you know, a little bit. And it's just yummy. I don't know. It's just easy. It's yummy. So Taco Bell I love. So I love tacos. I love nachos, burritos. I love a good burrito bowl. So definitely I would say tacos and stuff. That is like my favorite food, like all-time favorite food. And I do love some Italian food. I am Italian. And growing up Italian, you know, my dad and his family especially are like super Italian. Like they have, yeah, it's, we have a huge Italian family on my dad's side. So you know, there's always pasta and pizza and, you know, so that type of food is also some of my favorite, I would have to say. I'm a total foodie, so I guess I'm really not picky either. So I love all sorts of food, but those two are probably my go-tos. So just laying the headers down here. I love like the pop of pink in this spread. And like normally, you know, pink is not my favorite color. Orange is my favorite color. I know that wasn't a question, but I do like love this pink. I think it's really fun. Just kind of add a little something else to the spread here. So let's see what the next question is. What is your dream vacation? Ooh, that is a toughie because I would love to go all over the place, really. I feel like my dream vacation would be to Australia. I don't know why, but I've always thought it would be so fun to travel there. So I would have to say Australia or like Hawaii. I've never been to Hawaii, and I think that would be really nice to visit. And hopefully eventually I'll make it to Hawaii. But I think it would also be fun to go to like London, you know, maybe even visit like Italy or something, because like I said, my family is Italian, so I think that would be kind of cool to kind of learn, you know, about that heritage a little bit more. So those are probably my favorite, or like not my favorite, sorry, my like top like vacation spots, like a dream vacation if I had to choose one. Let's see. What other box do I want to use? I know there is an extra box. I don't know if I want to. So yeah, there is this extra box as well. I mean, I guess if I had to get rid of one, I'd probably get rid of this one. It's not really anything too exciting. So I think I might bypass this one and use these two. Yeah, I think we're gonna do that. I'm just trying to think of where. Yeah, we'll just stick this one right here. I am putting this one down all crooked. There we go. Okay. And then, yeah, we'll stick this AC/DC box right here. Oh my God, laying stickers down is so satisfying. Anyone else agree? When you get it like in the perfect position, it looks perfect. Okay. Let me see what other questions we have. Nope, I answered those. Okay. So there is one on here that says favorite movie or TV show as a kid. I did answer the movie version, like I told you the night before Christmas. But it does say TV show, and I do have some TV shows that I can say that I loved. Being a 90s kid, like Nickelodeon was like my jam. It was the best. So I definitely have some shows from Nickelodeon that were my favorite. I loved Doug, Hey Arnold, I loved Rugrats, I loved Recess, I don't think Recess was Nickelodeon though. I loved like the Wild Thornberries, I loved Rocket Power. Anyone else like watch those? I feel like there's definitely other 90s babies out there. So if you guys remember watching those, let me know. Oh my God, and there used to be those shows like, was it Legends of the Hidden Temple? Oh my God, that was the best show. It was like kind of interesting, but I remember loving it. So that was another favorite. There was too many favorite shows as a kid. Literally, like, I just was obsessed. So I would have to say those few shows were like some favorites that I remember like standing out to me. So if you guys have seen those shows or remember, like, know what I'm talking about, please let me know. I feel like I can't be the only one, because like Nickelodeon was life when I was a kid. So definitely those shows. And then the next question is, if you could get an exotic pet, what would you get? Okay, I would have to say, I mean, I guess this would be like an exotic pet, but I would love like a shark. And like, the thing is though, is like, I would hate to have one as a pet, because like, I would love to have one as a pet, but I would hate it at the same time, because like, I don't want to have like, you know, like a shark. I'd have to put that in like a shark tank, and like, I hate to like put a shark in a shark tank. Like, you know, they're supposed to be meant to be out in the wild, so I totally just messed that up. You guys are probably yelling at me while watching this, like, you put the wrong header down. So I just did pink, so I need to do this gray. Good thing I caught that. That would have ended badly. But yeah, so like, I love a shark. Like, Shark Week is my favorite thing ever. I love when that comes around, because it's just so fascinating. So I would say a shark, but like I said, I don't want to have a shark like in a tank. You know, that's not where they're meant to be. They're meant to be in the water, you know, in their natural, in their natural state, just swimming around. But I feel like, you know, like a monkey or something would be kind of fun, you know, because at least a monkey you can probably just like have hanging out. So I would say a monkey. I think they're cute. Or I would say an elephant. So those would probably be a pet that I would pick if I could pick an exotic pet. And then let's see. I have to scroll down here. Ooh, clowns, yes or no? I would say yes. I'm not like terrified of clowns. You know, I remember watching the movie It, and like even the newer ones, like it didn't really scare me all that much. So, and like I've been in like fun houses and like creepy, you know, like haunted houses and stuff where like clowns were involved, and like it didn't really creep me out. So clowns don't really do that. Like, they don't really scare me. I mean, the only thing that would really scare me about clowns is like if they're touching me or, you know, doing stuff like that. Like, that's the stuff that creeps me out, is like when people like touch you in haunted houses and stuff like that. Makes me nervous. But clowns in general, I would say yes, because, you know, they're not too bad in my mind, in my opinion. They're not too bad. I know some people definitely don't like them, but I feel like a zombie would freak me out more than a clown. What's the best piece of advice you ever got? The best piece of advice I've ever like received, I would say, is what my mom has always told us. And what my mom has always told us is to be the better person. And that's literally something that has stuck with me, like, and not even just me, but like my siblings. Like, we'll catch ourselves like saying that sometimes, just be the better person. And, you know, so if there's moments where you're really frustrated, you know, like days when you're just like having a rough day, and like, you know, you might be like really upset and like frustrated, and you just want to like, you know, tell somebody off or be really like rude, or like, you know, you're just having a moment. It's always in my mind, you know, be the better person. You know, if somebody frustrates you or upsets you in some way and you just want to be like you know, you want to be rude back, or you want to like, you know, be sassy with someone, you know, be the better person. It's always in my brain, you know, just to kind of be nice to people, treat people with kindness. You know, if someone's having a rough day and they're being mean to you, don't be mean to them back. Like, don't stoop to that level and be mean to someone. So that has been something that's like literally ingrained in my brain, and I will never forget it. And I will probably instill that in my kids down the road when I have kids. Hopefully I can have kids, to be the better person and to take the high road, you know. So that's probably the best piece of advice that I've ever got, and it's from my mom, and I love her. So and then I know there was a couple more. Favorite state and least favorite state. I'm trying to think. I mean, I've been to a couple different states. I feel like my favorite state, like the state that I can think of that I've had the most memories in, and like even growing up, I remember having the most memories, was like Florida, because like Disney and everything, and like we just went there. Well, now it's been a couple years, which is kind of sad to think about that it was a couple years ago. But I would say my favorite state would be Florida, just because, like I said, memories of like going to Disneyland, and we used to go there all the time growing up, and like even to this day, like, you know, going back to that, like going back to Disney and going back to other places in Florida, have always, like, you know, just sounded fun to me. I don't think I'd ever move to Florida because it gets hot and stuff down there. Like, I don't mind like hot weather, but in Florida and stuff, I feel like it's always hot. So I feel like I would have to say Florida for my favorite. But I've been to Tennessee too, though. We went to Nashville, and that's where I got engaged. So maybe Tennessee? Ooh, yeah, that is a tough one. I almost feel like that would have to be one too. So I'm gonna pick two. My favorite states are Florida and Tennessee. My least favorite state, I hate to even say it, but I almost want to say New York State, where I live. And I mainly just say that because I grew up here. So like, you know, for me, it's just something that like, I don't know if I'd see myself being in New York for the rest of my life. You know what I mean? If I had the chance to like move out of New York State, I probably would. Just because I've been here my whole life. Like, I don't like hate New York State by any means, but it, you know, some days I wish I could, you know, travel elsewhere and see like other parts of the world and like, you know, the US and stuff. So I would have to say New York. But like I said, I don't hate New York. I think because I've lived here my whole life, like some days it's just not my favorite. I would like to travel elsewhere, you know, and live elsewhere eventually. If that were to happen, that'd be great. So yeah, that would probably be the answer to that one. And then, what is your dream car? I feel so funny because I really am not into like cars all that much. My fiance is obsessed. So he's always teaching me about cars and like new cars and like all sorts of stuff. Sorry, so I'm just taking a second here just to pull out some stuff. I'm pulling out some tweezers that I'm going to probably use for the half cut headers. I'm pulling this out. I might have to white out some like lines over here. All right. So I pulled out these items here, and then I will get into the question. So what is your dream car? So yeah, like I was saying, so my fiance is really into cars, and he's always like teaching me about cars. And I mean, I know for a fact my dream car, I'd have to say I love a good SUV. And I mean, I currently drive an SUV, but I think like if I had to pick like a dream car for like an SUV, I'd have to say like a Range Rover maybe. I just think they're like a really classy looking like SUV. So I'd probably say like a Range Rover or a Land Rover. I know they're like same like dealer and whatnot. I don't really know if I'd care which one. Like I said, I don't really know cars too well. But I don't know. I think I've always looked at those and thought that they were really pretty. Like a nice like black one would be pretty. A very nice sleek black Range Rover. I don't even know if like they're reliable cars though. Anyone know? But I think they're nice to look at. I like the shape of them. I like the fact that it's an SUV. So I would have to say a Range Rover. And then let's see what else we have. Besides planning, what's your favorite hobby? I love like just like being kind of like crafty and stuff. Like I love I mean obviously planning and stuff, but I love to like do projects and stuff with like my family. I feel like we're always doing stuff. Like I don't know, just like being with like my sister's kids and stuff and like doing projects with them and things like that. It doesn't happen all the time, but I love doing that like when I have some free time. Another hobby would probably be like watching YouTube and like doing YouTube now. I love it. I just think it's fun to connect with people. And I've always loved watching it. Like I've literally been watching YouTube for years, and it's really funny because I used to watch like makeup videos. That's what sparked my YouTube interest like way back when. And that's what got me into like makeup. So makeup would be another hobby of mine because I love to just like play with makeup on my downtime sometimes. I don't really buy a ton of makeup that much anymore. I used to like all the time. Now, of course, it's stickers and wax melts that I spend my money on. But yeah, I love makeup. I love playing with makeup. I love putting on makeup. It's just fun for me. I feel like it's a nice like creative outlet, and like you can kind of switch it up day to day. You can, you know, be very like natural with your makeup, or you can go a little extra. You can do like a smoky look. You can do a fun colorful look. I just think makeup is so fun, and like you literally just wash it right off and start over. Like you can play around and do so many different things with it. So I would have to say, yeah, like YouTube, makeup, and like I love being an aunt and doing stuff with my nephews and niece. So I feel like that's almost a hobby in itself because it's something that I love to do in my spare time. Being an aunt is like the funnest thing ever. So, you know, it's just been super fun to see like my sister's kids and stuff grow up and just like do fun activities with them. So that would definitely be another hobby. And of course, planning, but we all know planning is just a given. So that is pretty much it for the questions, I believe. Yeah, because the other ones, I hope I didn't miss any. Favorite food. Oh, hold on. There's a couple more. I'm sorry. Favorite Disney villain and why? I think my favorite Disney villain is Ursula. I love Little Mermaid. That's one of my favorite movies. I also love The Lion King, so I'd have to say Scar is another like Disney villain that I love. I'm trying to think of what other, I mean, Cruella's kind of cool, but 101 Dalmatians not really my favorite movie. So yeah, I'd have to say Ursula from Little Mermaid, probably hands down my favorite. but I do love The Lion King as well. So Scar would definitely be another one I would choose. And then the next question is, do you like baking better or cooking or neither? And to be honest, my fiance does most of the cooking. He's just more like he'll experiment and do like I feel like no matter what he throws together, it always tastes good. But like I would try to do it and it wouldn't taste good. So I think I'd have to say cooking is probably more fun though than baking, because I feel like with baking, you have to be super precise with like the measurements and everything, and like you have to be like, you have to go by the recipe kind of thing, like step by step. Whereas cooking, I feel like you can kind of get away with, you know, adding different ingredients together, you know, and like you can kind of play around with adding more spices or adding more of one ingredient than the next. Like you can really just kind of go for it in cooking, whereas I feel like baking is a little bit more by the book. You have to really, you know, go step by step. So sometimes I feel like I don't really have the patience for baking, to be honest. My fiance likes to bake. So if I have to do either, I would totally prefer cooking over baking. But I mean, to be honest, we don't really bake a lot. We mainly, like, if anything gets baked, it's usually for like holidays and stuff. But yeah, so I'd have to say I would do more cooking than baking. But I love a good, like, baked good though. So, you know, dessert is one of my favorite meals, but definitely cooking. And I think that is all of them. Yes. Yep. That is all of the questions. So thanks to everyone who asked questions. That was a lot of fun. I always love answering those. And like, I love watching videos where people answer questions. It's fun. I feel like you learn a lot about someone. So I'll definitely probably do that again. So I am just laying down the washi. I love this washi. So, and I can tell that I must have messed up a little bit because the underlays aren't touching the washi fully, but that's not a big deal. It's just going to get covered up with stickers. So I'm not really worried about that. But yeah, so I could have gotten like the 15mm to go with this, but I kind of love this bottom washi by itself. So we're just going to roll with it. And then we just got to finish the sidebar and put some date numbers and we are good. And I love how I put the date like covers on and I totally don't remember what dates it is. Let's see. Let me look at my calendar here. I have a calendar right in front of me. Okay, so it's the 26th. Am I wrong? Let me go backwards. Oh my God. So I know Sunday is the 2nd of May. That's why I like to have tweezers with me trying to get stickers up, because I feel like it's so much easier to get stickers, like little date dots and stuff. So the 2nd is Sunday. The 1st is Friday. Literally, I am blown away that we're already getting into May. Like in a week or two here. Like that blows my mind. So the 1st. And then we have the 30th. And I think silver foil looks really good with this kit. I was kind of going back and forth. I thought hollow would be kind of fun, but I don't know. I think if there was more colors, I would probably do hollow. But since it's such a muted, like, color palette here, I just figured silver would probably be the best. And I'm not mad at it. I really like it. So 27th and then the 26th. And then we will get into, I'll put some header overlays. Oh my God. And the tweezers too that I'm using, I have mentioned these before. They're from Sassy Planner Co. And my friend Carly has a code. I know I've mentioned that in a couple of videos, but I will put her code down below if you guys are interested in the tweezers. I love the tweezers. Literally, they're so handy. So let me finish the sidebar here. Let me put another half cut header. I love half cut headers for like separating. I think it was Chandler of Chan Plans. I know she doesn't really do many videos, and like I don't think she posts much anymore, which is kind of sad. I loved her spreads, but I feel like she mentioned this in one video that she does this and like separates it with the half cut headers, and I ever since then like have been doing it, or at least trying to do it, and I love it. I just think it adds a little something extra. And then I'm going to add a checklist for the week. I usually like to add a checklist of some sort just to mark like cleaning or things that I have to get done for the week. So I think I'm going to throw in the pink to add a little pink to the sidebar. So let me just do another. Oh no, wait, I just did a half cut header. Hello. So yeah, we're going to put the checklist down. Perfect. Okay. And then I think I'm going to add a box at the bottom. I've seen some people do this where they put like a little quote box or something on the side, and like, you know, there's not really a quote up here, but I think I am going to add one in. So do I want to do a solid one? I think I do. Let me do a black one. I want to do this big one. No, we'll do a smaller one, but let me, where's my whiteout? Just gonna use some white out here if I can. There we go. Do another half cut header. Okay. And then I think I'll just use this box here. There we go. All right, not too bad. And then let me get into the overlays. I think I have enough. Yeah, I do. I have enough for the 3 rows here. I just thought that this would be a fun. I know it doesn't really match like it, you know, it's not like stars, but I thought it would still be cute because it kind of matches the sidebar, I guess. I don't think I have any star overlays, unfortunately. I mostly have the confetti or like bows. If anyone knows of like any header overlays, like rolls or even like in sheets that have stars, I don't know, SPC might have some. I just don't know if I have any in my collection. I don't think I do, but I don't mind confetti. I think confetti is just like a, you know, it kind of, I feel like it's like a pattern that goes with pretty much any spread. So we're just going to roll with it. All right, so done with those. And then we will get into this side. And then, yeah, I have these I have to pull in as well, but I kind of would like to use 1 or 2 of these overlays. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do just yet. I normally do like quote overlays on my sidebar, so I'm actually kind of excited to pull some in. I think the only ones I've really done is like for holidays and stuff. Let's say like, you know, Happy Easter or Happy St. Patty's Day or something, but I've never done like quote ones. And I love the ones from Plannahannah. This is like the sassy sheet, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, this is the sassy one, and I think it's so funny, so I thought it would be fun. I thought it would be fitting just for this kit, because I feel like the, you know, just the vibes of this kit is kind of like badass almost, pardon my language. But I mean, it says like the name is Wild Child, so I feel like the sassy ones kind of, I don't know, they're fitting for this spread, I feel. So I definitely want to throw those in here wherever I can make it work. All right, 4 more. Holy cow. And that's satisfying. I love finishing up like a sheet of stickers and stuff. Okay. Last one. Perfect. All right. So done with that. So let me do these first. So I kind of want to do one over the girl. And I kind of want like this one, the one that says be the badass you're meant to be. And again, I'm sorry for my language, but I just feel like this is so cute. Whoops. Uh-oh. No. There's just a little bubble. Just try to, there we go, flatten it out there. All right, so there's that one. And then let me put one on this side too, maybe over the AC/DC. Yeah, I think that would be cool. Let me do this one. She was fragile. No, she was not fragile like a flower. She was fragile like a bomb. We'll do that one too. We'll just go for it. Fun. All right. And then I think I'm just going to use some of these and pop them in to these other boxes with the paint splatter. I feel like the paint splatter is just kind of different. I feel like I have a lot of patterns going on this week. So that might be a little overkill, but I don't really mind it. I think it looks kind of fun. And then let me do this one on this side over here just to put some oops, that one was a little off, but it's okay. And then okay. Just want to make sure these are laid down enough. All right. Love. Okay, so let me put it back in the planner here. Okay, and then I did just remember I did not put one over here, so let me grab one more. We'll do this one. Perfect. All right, so that is the spread, the base. I hope you guys, you know, enjoyed this type of video. I always love laying the base down. It's like my favorite part. So I thought that this would be fun to just chat with you guys and just kind of have like a chill, laid back video. So I hope you guys enjoyed the spread. This was super fun. Thank you guys to anyone who asked the questions. I love it. I love answering them. But yeah, so I definitely plan to do more videos like this in the in the near future. Soon, I guess, is what I was trying to say. But thank you guys so much for watching and joining me on this plan with me. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.